Goeiemorgen, good morning and welcome. Since I still have family in South Africa, through the years I have received plenty of African curios and gifts. While sometimes the gifts do not really fit my aesthetic, I am always very happy to receive them. This does mean that even though I do not live in South Africa anymore, I still have a fairly good idea of what is for sale. Most likely, I have received some version of it as a gift. As I get older, I am less likely to spend my money on little trinkets that serve no purpose. But I do try to buy at least one decorative piece for myself on each vacation. I have a little vacation nook that I find myself looking at and smiling, remembering all the great vacation times every time I walk past. I always try to get something that is handmade by a local artist and that reflects the colors and culture of the place that I am visiting. This has led to some epic quests with me dragging friends all over trying to find a place that does not just sell mass-produced trinkets. Finding something authentic and handmade is not at all difficult in South Africa. The opposite is the problem, choosing between all the diverse options that are available. The first excellent place to start your quest to find something is the watershed. I have to admit that I miss the old red shed. I feel like the watershed has gone slightly too upscale. I miss the random stalls that you found at the red shed where someone had a great idea and was making it in their living room. This is not to say that there are not many treasures to find in the watershed. Recycling is a major theme, and while you can find some recycled products in America, it pales against what you can find here. We were obsessed with the products made from old flip-flops. Personally, as a fiber artist, I have been obsessed with shweshwe cloth for a while. Shweshwe cloth is 100% cotton fabric. Historically, many of the designs were done in blue as the fabric were dyed with indigo and the pattern was then bleached using a weak acid solution. To deal with the acid, the fabric is heavily starched, giving the fabric a very distinctive taste, smell, and feel. More than indigo is used these days, and you can find shweshwe cloth in a riot of colors and designs. But the more traditional designs are in blue, brown, red, and other earth tones, and with repeated geometric patterns. While initially important, shweshwe has been made in South Africa since 1982, and in 1992 an international company was bought out and the original copper engraved rollers brought back to South Africa. I have various bags and other items made from shweshwe cloth, but my favorite items are the animals. Next, I think I need an elephant or a penguin. If you're looking for something slightly more mass-produced but still authentic, I highly recommend Indaba. In between the trinkets, they have some really nice household items. I love how the housewares are grouped in colors and design families. While you might not be picking up a whole new dinner service while on vacation, it is great for design inspiration. My new African guinea fowl bowls fit in really well with the small plates I got in Mexico a few years ago. I love all the big five items. I have several that are in neutral black and tan that reminds me of being on safari and yet works with almost any color scheme. You can also find jewelry, both beaded and with semi-precious stones. Both are a huge influence in South African jewelry design. If you're looking for curios rather than souvenirs, Head across the walkway to the African Trading Post. You cannot miss the huge metal and stone sculptures. Inside, there are a lot of things that would qualify as souvenirs rather than curios, but it seems to have a different vibe. I actually use my wooden beadwork and wirework bowls all the time. We used to say Scooby-Dooey wire. Historically, they were made from stolen telephone wire. Now I see them advertised as recycled telephone wire. I have to giggle a little bit. Beadwork has great cultural significance in South Africa, and in fact in most of Africa. After a decline where you could mostly only find pretty standardized beaded items, there has been a beadwork revival in the last few years. Personally, I am in love with the beadwork taxidermy. I had a piece of string to be able to buy the tallest beaded giraffe that could still fit into my suitcase, to join the tallest wooden giraffe that I hunted down a few years ago. Yes, people look at me funny when I'm measuring giraffes with a piece of string, but it is well worth it when people wonder how I got my giraffes home, and I tell them that they fit into my suitcase. Originally opened in 1991, the Victoria Shopping Centre is a well-established and active part of the V&A Waterfront. It was such a success that it expanded in 1995. Since then, it has been enlarged, changed several times, the most recent being in 2019. The mall is a combination of Cape Town favorites and international classics. There are over 450 traders. Thank you for watching my video. Please consider supporting me.